Late April, 1943, Tunis, North Africa. In a quiet olive grove outside Tunis, Allied reconnaissance units stumbled upon an incredible prize, a fully intact German Tiger tank. Left behind in the chaos of retreat, Tiger 712 became what intelligence officers later called the greatest intelligence windfall of the North African campaign. This 60-ton giant, feared across battlefields, had been abandoned without destruction. For Allied engineers, it was an open book, a rare chance to study Germany's most powerful weapon up close. But what they discovered inside this steel monster would reveal more than German engineering brilliance. It would expose a fatal weakness that made the Tiger unsustainable in real warfare. The arrival of the beast. The Tiger first appeared in North Africa in late 1942 with Heavy Panzer Battalion 501. Armed with the deadly 88mm gun, it could destroy Allied Shermans and T-34s from over 2 kilometers away. When it entered combat at Kasserine Pass in February 1943, it caused panic. American crews called it invincible. But the psychological impact outweighed the reality. Only a handful of Tigers were ever deployed, yet their presence inspired what U.S. intelligence called Tiger phobia. Even rumors of Tigers could delay offensives and force calls for artillery or air support. Mechanical might and fragile mobility. By spring 1943, the cracks began to show. German war diaries revealed constant breakdowns, fuel shortages, and lack of spare parts. By April, only a few Tigers remained operational in Tunisia. Others sat idle or were destroyed by their own crews. When Allied forces captured Tiger 712 intact, it became a priceless artifact for study. Transporting it to the U.S. required massive effort, special recovery vehicles, reinforced bridges, and cranes. By July 1943, it arrived at Aberdeen Proving Ground in Maryland for testing. Testing the legend. For 6 months, American engineers studied Tiger 712 in detail, its armor, weaponry, mobility, and logistics. The tank's craftsmanship was remarkable: interleaved road wheels, torsion bar suspension, thick armor, and the legendary 88mm gun. But one statistic alarmed the testers above all: its fuel consumption. The Tiger carried 532 liters of fuel, giving it a range of just 120 miles on roads and barely 30 miles in real combat. During tests, it burned up to 6 gallons per mile under combat conditions. The conclusion was clear: the Tiger was too fuel-hungry to sustain long operations. A strategic weakness. The data exposed why Tigers rarely operated far from their bases. German logistics simply couldn't feed their massive fuel needs. A single Tiger battalion needed nearly 40,000 gallons of fuel each week, nearly as much as an entire American Sherman battalion, despite having less than half the tanks. When Allied air power began destroying German fuel convoys, the Tiger's fate was sealed. Across Europe, from Normandy to the Ardennes, Tigers were found abandoned, not destroyed in combat, but out of fuel. The lesson that changed tank warfare. After the war, captured German engineers admitted they had known the problem. They had warned that the Tiger's fuel demands would cripple operations, but military leaders insisted on maximum armor and firepower, ignoring logistics. At Aberdeen, Colonel George B. Jarrett summarized the final assessment: the Tiger achieved everything tactically and failed completely strategically. It could dominate a single battlefield, but never a campaign. Its power came at the cost of endurance, a fatal trade-off in modern mechanized warfare. Legacy of the Tiger 712. Tiger 712 remained at Aberdeen for over 4 decades, used to train generations of officers in the balance between firepower and logistics. In 1989, it was moved to Fort Moore, Georgia, where it still stands, its armor cut open to reveal the lessons within. The tank that once terrified Allied crews now serves as a teacher. It stands as a monument to a truth every modern army remembers: firepower is useless without fuel. Protection means nothing without mobility. The best weapon in the world is worthless if it cannot move. Moral of the story: the Tiger was not defeated by superior Allied tanks, it was defeated by its own appetite for fuel. It won battles but lost the war. Its story remains a timeless lesson in warfare: tactical brilliance means nothing without strategic sustainability.